I lead a lot of workshops and programs, and in most of them, at the start, we talk about some of the concerns and issues about what we need to feel safe, what makes up safety for us. And that's usually an important part to put those guidelines out there and have them agreed upon or consented to. But there's another part of that is second question is what do you need to feel engaged? Because if all you're going to do is feel safe, you might as well just not get out of bed. You're probably safer there than anywhere else. But I want to talk about that really important question. What do we need to feel engaged? In the Mary Oliver poem, The Wild Geese, she says, wherever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination. It calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over again, announcing your place in the family of things. So Mary talks about the call of the world being harsh and exciting. She doesn't talk about the call of the world being safe, because nature and the world is harsh. As I've said many times before, in nature, things are being created and they're being destroyed. They're growing, they're decaying. There's predator and prey. Things are hunting each other down and consuming each other. So it is harsh. It is not safe, but it's also exciting. It's creative, passionate, beautiful, intense, sublime. So the question I often ask is what do we need to live in that harsh and exciting world? And part of my answer is we have to discover that those parts of ourselves that are also harsh and exciting, the parts of ourselves that are raw and that are vulnerable, that are tender and feel grief and sorrow and deep emotions of connection and fear of loss. But there are also parts of ourselves that are harsh, that are fierce and intense and willing to go to the mat or risk our lives for something that we love and value. So, in some ways, I find it odd that there is, I think, generally so much concern about safety and so much fear. And I want to essentially propose or suggest to you that what we more need to grow and feel whole is we find our strength and our resilience and are passionate about what we, yeah, there's plenty of grief and sense of loss, but what are we so passionate about? We're willing to risk and come out of our shells and out of our safe spaces that we can in order to protect and love that thing that is so important to us. So may we acknowledge and validate and live in this harsh and exciting world as one who says yes to